So my name is Vijay. I am the Chief Network Architect and Vice President of Technology and Architecture at FiberTower Corporation. We do cellular backhaul. We've been doing that for the last 8 to 10 years. And so we attended the IWPC conference to get an understanding on how the future of backhaul is going to change with all these small cells coming into the ecosystem. So by attending the conference here, I learned a lot. Number one was the viability of 60 gigahertz. I wasn't much of a fan about it, but now I'm slowly convinced that it could be used in certain applications. Some of the out-of-the-box thinking to apply to 60 gigahertz was pretty impressive. The other area that the other area that I came here to hear about was the non-line of sight applications, and it seems like there's a varied opinion on how it can be used, what frequencies, and so on and so forth. So it was interesting to see the debate that swelled up from those technologies. And finally, the most interesting thing of the whole conference was the debate between a single box versus two-box solution. FiberTower being a third-party backhaul provider, we have an ulterior motive to see a two-box solution simply because we can provide the backhaul in a separate box. But the question is, even with a single-box solution that's going to be integrated, what operational issues does a carrier get to have? And how does a carrier like FiberTower play in that equation? So it was interesting to see the debate, and I think the jury's still out there as to whether we need a one or two box solution. And in the future IWPC conferences, I hope to see some solutions that will provide a more plug-and-play kind of approach to this problem of single to multi-box solutions. What I'd like to see in some of the future conferences is a greater focus on actual field trials and actual results. Special areas to focus on is the non-line of sight, to actually do trials and see what realistic throughputs are. Also would like to, explore the idea of residential femtocells that was brought up at the end of the conference. I think that was an eye-opener to all of us that such a technology, such a methodology is being considered, and some of the carriers need to look at it a little more closely. To those of you who want to understand what the IWPC conference is all about, let me just say this: it's very practical, it's very technology oriented, and it's no holds barred. People share information, they talk to one another openly, there are differences of opinions, there is a confluence of opinions, but at the end of the day, people actually get to understand the problem better, and there are actual solutions being proposed. So if you're one of those engineers, you're one of those people who are trying to figure out what's going on in the marketplace, forget the marketing. You need to come to one of these conferences, because that's where the real meat is. We actually discuss problems and try and figure out solutions. Thank you.